Hello. Okay, so that's work. Ah, come back. Fucked. I don't. Okay, mic is working.
hundreds of zombies outside are now barging up against that shoddy barrier. With only the handful of you backstopping it, they will absolutely steamroll you. That's not even taking into consideration Z's jumping over, breaking through some weaker areas, scratching you through the holes in the wall. It's all relying heavily on there being 0 zombies out in the hallway afterwards, which realistically, you
select check for updates. Now just ensure you are running the latest version of VLC Media Player, as sometimes outdated software can cause compatibility issues and you can sometimes run into sound issues. So once you've this issue, fix the no sound issue inside of the VLC Media Player. So to fix this issue, we first need to come over to the VLC Media Player, and we're just going to come over to help at the top here and select check for updates. Now just ensure you are running the latest version of VLC Media Player, as sometimes outdated software can cause compatibility issues and you can sometimes run into sound issues. So once you've ensured you're fully up to date here, we can close out of this.
Percent raw input percent. Percent raw input percent.
Thanks username for funding Hunter Call.
Testing. Holy shit, man. Oh, hello. Can anybody hear me? Are we live? I think we're live. Well, this is what I get, by the way, for updating to Windows 11. Problems everywhere, to say the least of things here. But I'm pretty sure we're finally live, and our audio may or may not be working. Who knows, brother? Who knows? But yeah. So, needless to say, our transition to what you may call it. Also, has audio always been this loud? Interesting. It sounds loud on my end, but it's not actually loud on the audio end. How peculiar. I'm gonna have to watch that back. But I guess I can control it. That's the nice thing about having a soundboard. But yeah, so we were gone for a little bit, to say the least of things, and don't worry, I did some things while we were gone. So well, I mean, we didn't pass for a time, but what you may call it, we did do some basic layout designs. As I'm gonna be turning into a Steam room so that we can fuel our rocket, because ultimately at the end of the day, we're gonna need the ability to export the Steam, and we probably will use ceramic now that I think about it. Yeah, because we need to make sure that the temperature doesn't fall below a certain temp, or else then the thing becomes water. But yeah, so upgraded the PC, because I was like, we should probably get ahead of it, due to the fact that eventually Microsoft is gonna go out and man, it feels so weird, not gonna lie. But yeah, because we had to update the PC one way or another. So that's what we did. And let's just say we had a lot of technical issues, to say the least of things here. But I think it should be almost all set now. I think the only thing I really have to fix is the text-to-speech. I'm sorry, folks, but that shit's completely broken. I don't know what is wrong with it, but needless to say, we got some issues. Oh, really, Hunter? I didn't know. Also, can I just say, I also fucking wait, what's up? Okay, yeah, we're a couple minutes in. We're not gonna get probably prohibited. But yeah, so one other thing is that freaking I was walking, outside as you normally do, and then I stepped on a crack, and then I immediately lost my footing and fucking ate at my knees, man. Both of my knees are like gone. It's not honestly not that bad, but still though. It was not a pleasant experience, to say the least of things here. Also, you little shit. You move over there. So yeah, that I also concurred at the same time as we. I'm gonna say it's the Windows 11's curse. Okay, this is what I get for upgrading, I guess. But I mean, it's a move that I was gonna have to do in the future anyways, due to the fact that Microsoft was gonna discontinue support for Windows 10 in 2025. I don't know the exact what you may call it, the exact kill date, but it's somewhere along that date. And so yeah, so we did that. We're still kicking about, even though we call it, it's painful, brother. Just at least things. My knees has recovered significantly though. Honestly, I did the classic, when you fall, you extend your hands out, and then, well, in this case, my knees was the first one to hit the thing, so, wait, caught. At least I didn't break my hand, so that's cool. Yeah, needless to say though, the moment I fell, I was also in a public, like a public street, so there was people around. I fucking shot right up and then, just continue walking. And then when I got home, I looked at it. It was really badly bruised, man. So that was not fun, to say the least of things. But taking a warm shower, it really helped. Yeah. So now the primary thing here is, after the stream, we got to figure out how to fix the text to speech. I don't know. The audio cable is like completely forked. So, troubleshooting technology. Well, I mean, technically, we can route it to like one of the other channels, but I would prefer for it to be on its separate channel. Also, because then, what do you call it? That channel is also supposed to support websites, or you know, like I guess third-party kind of audio too, so we can separate that shit. But yeah, I'm not happy with the thing right now. I just can't believe migrating, I guess, onto a new, I don't even know, man. What do you call it? Operating system? But it's still Windows, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just stupid. Yeah, that kind of fucked us up a little bit, to say the least of things. But I mean, at least things are working, sorta. I mean, you know, it's not the best, to say the least of things here. But yeah, so future plan for this colony. I mean, we're going towards the end, to say the least of things here. I feel like, for the most part, most of the challenges are done. Now we just gotta wrap up with, you know, like actually execution of like the thing, because I feel like with the rocketry, realistically speaking, we're just gonna need the, whatchamacallit. Actually, I think we do need the hydrogen engine, which I don't even know, man. Does that consume hydrogen? No, it burns liquid hydrogen though, so it doesn't even burn like liquid oxygen. Well, I don't even know if the liquid oxygen. Actually, where is the liquid oxygen? I know we need liquid oxygen at some point. Who knows, man? But I just want to fire my first spaceship. You know what I'm saying? It's just a journey right now. But yeah, we got a lot of things to build, to say the least of things here. You know, we still got some journeys. I mean, I have infinite copper, so like copper is not that valuable. Coal, I mean, you know. Oh, one other thing that I want to talk about this base. Can I just say, I feel like this base is one of our more efficient base designs, to say the least of things. Due to the fact that I feel like for the most part we usually struggle with power. In the case that, you know, like it drives us to make a petrol boiler at some point, or you know, to consume petrol. In this particular base design, we don't really have to rely on oil for our power generation, which I think it's a huge step up, to say the least of things here, considering the fact that, you know, for the most part, oil is ingrained in any colony, right? But this colony is like, bro, I don't need oil. Well, I mean, we could definitely use oil, to say the least of things, due to the fact that our natural gas is actually burning to an extent, you know, like I definitely getting a little uncomfortable with the amount that it is decreasing by. Not to mention, we also generate a lot of polluted water that also needs to get cleaned too. Maybe we should also install like a little cleaning station, just to clean out the water once in a while. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so the notification though, I mean, I guess then again, it was self-inflicted. I didn't have to upgrade, but I was like, I might as well get ahead of the curve and just upgrade, right? This is what I get for future proofing, man. I mean, this PC right here, it's gonna last us for quite a while. So I was like, you know, I might as well get ahead of the curve and make sure that, what you may call it, that everything is set. I'm gonna use copper because I know we have infinite copper. And then for this thing, I probably just want like not even that much pressure. Pressure. Copper me or gold amalgam me. Yeah, either works really pretty much. And then this is clean water. Also, another thing that we were designing, that was a little bit of a problem, was we were losing a lot of the power because by dumping the water into here, it's not really that good of an idea. The primary reason being, what you may call it, we were losing some power efficiency basically. Due to the fact that we were dumping the water into the tank and then the tank was getting extracted. So we skipped the middleman a little bit by having, what you may call it, majority of the water goes into here first and then it goes into our tank second. Also notice our water levels have been decreasing too, so we might have to increase like our water generation. I mean, it could be also due to the fact that a couple of the vents have been inactive. Wait, what did you just pick up? I don't know what he picked up, and I lost him too. Oh, he's right there. I have no idea what the fuck he picked up. Oh, he picked up something. Oh yeah, we're building on a huge power as network. But yeah, I mean, one thing that I think this base does really well is the power efficiency. This base is super power efficient for the most part. Which I thought was kind of interesting, just because, you know, we don't really have like that much of a power efficient base for the most part. So being able to generate a lot of you know, power feels kind of nice. Gotta figure out where my liquid line is. Also, been doing a lot of Stellaris. Again, I definitely like the I mean, though I like it more than than the Storm DLC. The Storm DLC, I think it's nice, a little bit annoying at times, but I definitely think it adds to the game. So there's some uniqueness, you know, there. Damn, I want this to like, whatever. I mean, it can input directly. Like, I don't really care, man. It will block a little bit and cause issues. Will it cause? No, it will cause issues, won't it? So I need this thing to go. Damn, the spacing on this thing fucking sucks. Okay. Yeah, so it will only fill water in if there's room for it, basically. But yeah, you know, a lot of things, it just gets broken, to say the least of things. But that's just when you migrate to a different not different platform, but different windows, I guess. I gotta admit, for most of my PCs, I don't think I have ever had the opportunity to migrate. Usually I just build another PC by the time a new Windows roll around. This time around, you know, I guess then again, this one's kind of old. This is like 7, 8 years now, so it kind of makes sense, I guess. But still, it's still kind of sad. Though I don't know, man. The new look, it reminds me a lot of Apple, and that's not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, one other thing though, as you get older, I feel like pain stays. I don't know, man. Pain stays longer, man. To say at least, the things here. I'm in pain. So I had an incident in the car where I usually don't get motion sickness, but for some reason, you know, like today, I guess I kind of think I know why. I haven't ate anything that day. So I was just puking my ass off, basically, and that was not fun, to say the least things. I mean, if they're climbing this, does it still count towards their ladder? I don't know. But so yeah, I was just puking my ass off, and now like my throat is it's a pain. Sorta. I mean, it's like the what do you call it? The reflex to puke is in pain. Because I usually don't puke. I mean, then again, puking is not a normal like reaction, right? Like puking is only happening when when you ingest something bad, or in this case, it was motion sickness, so that was not fun. But you know, think about it, man. It all happened because of we stepped on a crack, and also we upgraded to Windows 11. But I'm gonna blame Windows 11 because Windows 11, I don't know, man. It fucked with some things, okay? Something ain't right. And then in the meantime, how's it coming along? Ah, shit. Whatever, man. Yeah, we're gonna have to pump air out of here. I was hoping to make a perfect vacuum, but you know, it's whatever. But yeah, we should be being chilling now though. So we should be back to our regular schedule. And you know, hopefully everything is good. I don't know. I'm gonna make these a 49 because I want to start backfilling these things too. But yeah, so this base is we're done with the life stuff for now. We'll see how we'll see if there's any other updates. Hopefully, you know, positive stuff, man. We really need some like good energy going right now, man. Because the bad vibes, it's been pretty dominant to say the least of things here. But then again, that's also because freaking I don't know. Life's just not going the way that I wanted to say the least of things. But then again, you know, if life goes the way you want it to, then you know, where's the struggle? And that's true. Now you know what? It's going in the right way. This colony, like I think this colony is doing pretty well for what it is. Now, of course, you know it's not perfect, and I would even say that the looks of it is definitely not on par compared to our other colony. I feel like there's still things to improve, especially with taming of geysers and stuff like that. But overall, I mean, Oasis seems like a very fun map to play. What would I recommend if you play Oasis? I definitely think there's a big learning curve associated with it. But what should we call it? It's a nice map. I mean, power-wise, you get 2 natural gas generators. And then, what should I call it? That just makes life 10 billion times much easier, right? I guess then again, everything is much easier when you get natural gas. Oh, you know, I was wondering why they're not working on this one. And it turns out I don't have a ladder. Yeah, one other thing is that this area is lacking a lot of its plastic infrastructure. So that's why you see me expanding this shit outwards, because we basically want to be expanding here. Eh. Also, it's so nice to have infinite power, man. Really makes your, your life much easier, to say the least of things. And then eventually, I mean, among these power lines is that we're gonna expand. Oh, son of a bitch, Frankie. You're not supposed to be working in there yet, man. That means we have to dig all of this shit up. And yeah, so, wait, caught. You know, I had a couple of time again. I think this is one of the most efficient colony in our base. Why is gold amalgam? No, that's conduct. No, it is gold amalgam. Wonder why gold amalgam. That must be because our gold amalgam is located all in the trash biome, so it takes time to get the thing, and also because, you know, like, we have a billion other projects that are being worked on right now. It is what it is, man. Okay, so what I'm thinking is that we're gonna route the tube underneath this thing. There should not be any heat issues, I believe. And then we're gonna need a thing here, a thing here. I'm thinking of also dragging up the power line to a higher level. Build thing here. Oh no, we're not gonna be able to drag it up to a higher level. Yeah, I think we're. I'm also debating on whether or not we're gonna make a petro boiler. Just because I don't know, man. I don't really, again, like, this colony doesn't seem like it really needs a petro boiler, but I mean, a petro boiler would be kind of nice just because it'll process our thing for us. If anything, we should stop building these extension lines, because, like, they're not. These guys are not being used just yet. Due to the fact that we need to restructure. We need to restructure a lot of shit, man. Honestly, now that I think about it, man, life is so complicated. At least our life is so complicated. Pufflet. I still don't know how two of you squeaky puffs was able to make. And now that I think about it, a lot of you guys have become princes. Did they just become prince over time? Because if so, that kind of sucks, bro. What the hell? Alright, you get moved to the wild program. You get moved to down over here where, you know, like, you can be and not create a problem. And then you, my criminal goddamn son of a bitch. Oh. That was my bad. We blocked their way. Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of work to do, man. It's honestly amazing how it's just like, I guess then again, like the focus of this thing has always been trying to get to space, right? And what we did was try our best to get to that point, but it's still amazing that shit, we still got a lot of more fucking work to do, man. Alright, are we ready to tap these power lines? Okay. $80, $20. Yeah, I'm thinking I'd rather this over. And then I'm also thinking of like putting just a transit tube over here, man. Like, fuck it, man. I'm a little bit concerned about our power situation. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, we want these transit tubes to be here so that we could send people to and fro. Or I mean, we could put it on like the lower levels, I guess. I mean, I'm not entirely sure, man. Oh wait, we gotta fix a couple of shit too. Well, actually, we have a lot of shit. Yeah, because everything was kind of put there haphazardly due to the fact that we kind of work, we kind of build a lot as we go, I guess. Wait, no, there's plumbing. There's critical plumbing here, so let's just deconstruct the buildings first. But yeah, a lot of our ancient systems needs to get overhauled because they were designed from a bygone era, I guess. So a lot of things were done haphazardly. Which is not a good thing, I would say, in the long run. You kind of want to design your systems, beforehand, but this game, it kind of works off of like, what you may call it. You work as you go, right? Like unless you already know your seed, you have exposure with the seed, so you already know like how it's gonna play out. But for the most part, you gotta work with what you're given here. And fuck, I'm just gonna kill you, man. I'm sorry. Okay, so that is done. Okay, so then we gotta figure out how this automations are gonna go, because we're gonna reroute all these batteries. Let's build these gold. Are these guys gold? Yeah, they're out of gold, and then these guys are out of iron. Okay, good. This removes a lot of things, patient issues, and then face me, transit tube me, bam. God, this is just fucking ridiculous, man. How are we gonna do this? That's a damn good question. Yeah, this area is kind of cursed to say the least of things. We're gonna have to route that shit under and then over. Because ultimately, we also want to be able to route our people to and fro. You know, like these locations. But then I need Oh wait, we're gonna like pump liquid oil into this John, I think. Okay. And then we're gonna need a transit tube. Will they be exiting from the side, or will they? There's like a lot of logistic that goes into this shit, man. Actually, not lead. Lead is actually awful. Well, mother trucker, bro. I mean, this is just the price that you gotta pay, right? As you expand out, you're gonna have to build a series of complex tubing. I definitely think we're gonna need to, you know, we're gonna consume oil at some point, to say the least of things. So we're gonna need to have these, you know, tubings located all throughout our base so that we're able to feed, you know, oil and not or oil, but our industrial industry, because people need to get to and fro these locations. And anything that makes it simple for them makes it better for us, just because, you know, they don't need to go to these locations, right? So this will need to get designed no matter what. Dude, I swear to God, I've been purging these guys nonstop, but they keep coming back. They keep coming back, man. And I'm sick of it. So this needs to be at least one gap. Okay, you know, multiple end lines, so that, you know, if they ever need to go there for some reason, they can. For the time being, I'm gonna connect a couple of these guys down beneath, so that these guys can go wherever, basically. Ultimately, we're gonna have the tracks feed up north, but for the time being, just so that this bottom thing is accessible and usable for dupes to just speed up the process here, I think it's at our best interest to maybe, what should we call it? Or maybe just put it there for the time being. I mean, like, realistically speaking, there's a lot of shit we gotta get done. A lot of shit? Okay, a lot of stuff. It's honestly amazing, man. Wow, gloves. I think that thing is only giving me gloves, by the way. I don't think it's giving me anything like regular thing, man. What the heck? What the heck? Anyways, but yeah, having a lot of plastic is kind of nice, though. Just because, you know, if you want to get to any part of the rocket, wherever you want to go. Not the rocket, sorry. Any place that you want to go, you can. Ah, that's a problem. Yeah, because I'm going to need to connect that down there. So I'm going to need to disconnect this. And that means I'm going to have to make a power bridge. Which kills power to... Oh, God. It's okay. Most of the things are inactive, so like it's not the end of the world. Also, we're replacing our lead lines too. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, the lead lines are gonna get replaced with the infinite resource like copper and the other boys. So like, it makes sense. Motherfucker really took the thing just to move 2 feet. Okay, well, you know, that's the point of having flexibility. Okay, these lazy ass sons of bitches. Whatever. I mean, it's something that we're gonna need anyways. So having these power thing just, you know, increase the rate of travel, which is at the end of the day a very good thing. Just because enabling people to get, you know, to their location is gonna be very mission critical for us. So this wire right now has a 240, 240, 1200. It's not gonna be able to support it, especially if the Aqua Tuner is running. Just because each end line, we really want the ability for them to also send themselves back up the end line. But if it's not possible, then it's not possible, right? This is actually pretty impressive, man. We need... This kind of destroys... This little line here kind of destroys the possibility of us building out. Man, the power infrastructure for this thing is going to be very interesting. I guess we're going to be putting... I don't even know, man. Well, the power transformers have to go probably in here. I'll probably put the power transformer in the bottom layer of here. Is my best guess. How we're going to do this. We'll start up with this section. Take this completely out. And then start installing the power transformers on the bottom. Each one of this can support up to one of this or two of these. So that's how we're probably going to do it. Can't really route it up north. Gotta route the oil out of here too, man. Next, we gotta make sure people don't get stranded. Yeah, this line is probably pretty popular. We'll see if one can support it. But I definitely think this is gonna make a lot of our lives easier, especially when it comes to constructing anything in our lower half. I mean, it was something that we needed like a long time ago. So, hey man. Might as well start the production of it. Yeah, this is definitely gonna help out speed, but it's also gonna increase our power consumption though. So, you know, you're trading efficiency for the possibility to be a little bit more efficient with migrating your people around. Oh, these guys are taking like... I really wish there's a range limit, I guess. And then I gotta relocate this thing too. Actually, you know what? We have plastic. Why don't we use plastic? I think at this point we're just like, can we plastic it? Yes? Alright, say no more. Yeah, because I'm thinking of moving... what you may call it? This thing over. So then we can have a wire pipe all the way over. We have more things to print. Yeah, guys, give me hatch eggs. And then these shine bugs. Somehow we keep... like, you guys keep going away. Yeah, right. All right, I guess we'll use lead for the time being. Kind of fucked up our loop. Actually, we just gave these guys access to like a whole range of space now. Gotta get 80-20 split. Automation me. Oh man, we really need copper and gold, man. Jesus Christ. I mean, we could use lead, but especially in space, lead is definitely not how you say the ideal thing to use. Okay, good. Now any power consumption is separated into its own little grid. But yeah, I mean, we're overhauling just a lot of stuff, you know. Like at the end of the day, like this stuff needs to get overhauled, needs to get changed. I'm also building a little area here. This we're gonna probably use crude oil because it's gonna get cold to say the least of things, and I don't want it to freeze, thus invalidating the lock. But yeah, so this should cut down on our overall travel time. So what we're gonna see is that our travel time is gonna probably decrease, or maybe increase because they're gonna be able to do more tasks within the allotted time. What I'm concerned about is the power, though. I am a little bit concerned about that. By a little bit, I mean I'm pretty concerned about that. I think I put in the power thing down here in order to route the thing. And then maybe up in the northern bits here, we're gonna install what you may call it, a petrol producer. Yeah, because the problem is that what you may call it, we need to refine that petrol. That means Waterhouse has to come down. And we have a lot of fucking things to do, to say the least of things here. And I'm pretty sure we punched all the dinosaurs. Well, for the time being, I guess. Actually, no, we're consuming way too much power. I gotta slow down our consumption of power, man. Yeah, because once the natural gas geysers hits its what you may call it, hits its limit, yeah, we're gonna have some problems. Also, I just realized I think we've been burning power excessively. Yes, we have automation. Whoops. If above 110, eh, 109. Okay, so we gotta figure out how to automate. All right. So the first one is our primary power unit. Now it's probably gonna become a secondary power unit at some point, but it's gonna filter up to 80, and it's only gonna kick out when we're at 20. This one is gonna kick in first, and it's gonna be an 80-50 kind of guy. And then this one, actually no, automation. Yeah, Cole can kick in a little bit early. So these guys are basically only gonna kick in if, you know, cold hydrogen can't sustain itself, basically. And then eventually we're gonna use petrol as the first failsafe, just so that we can pull a little bit of pressure off of our natural gas, because right now our natural gas, like, we're consuming it a little bit aggressively. So oh, I'm gonna need more like ore. So I think for the time being, we're gonna stop with the power grid expansion, just because our volcanoes, I guess then again we could use lead. I'm pretty sure our volcanoes are not active right now. Okay, well the copper one's active, but the gold one is inactive, so it's what it is, man. And then this guy will be active in 20 cycles, and then this guy that's currently active. So yeah, hopefully we get some strain out. I think for the time being, I'm just gonna build an auxiliary unit. Yeah, we are consuming like a shit ton of power. Well, what do we do about the pathing? Oh. The thing is that I need this line to be able to reach over to, you know. I'm gonna do this, bro. Because I want the oil refinery to be here. And then the generators to probably replace the hydrogen. And then the hydrogen, I guess we can... I don't even know where we're going to put the fucking hydrogen, but... The problem... This is why you gotta have to build yourself enough fucking room, man. Alright, well, I mean, I guess this automation got to go. And then we'll figure out where we can put the shipping. Yeah, because ultimately... Shit, there's still like a we got a billion like fucking projects that need to get done, man. It's honestly kind of crazy. I can't build it there, so it has to go on top. I just know when to deconstruct this conveyor loader. Hey, and then shipping. Perfect. Son of a bitch. We should definitely make this one bigger, man. Actually, I have an idea. We need to be able to replace this tile. And the liquid here probably is never going to get above 150. Hopefully it's not going to get above 150. One thing is that we need to install a water lock. Yep, because the oil refineries are gonna output the oil. Sorry, it's gonna output the petrol. Then the petrol is gonna get refined in the generators. So okay, and then now they can inject themselves directly into the thing, which is very good. Next thing is that we're gonna need it to route something like this, and then I'm gonna need to replace that bottom tile with something like this. And because we, have the thing blocking it, It should be good. 9. All of this just to make sure that we're able to automate working traveling around. Actually, we actually do need the this pipe. And the reason being is because I actually do need to drop people in and out. So ultimately, how many things do we want? Honestly, it doesn't. I don't really care. Like that, like down below, like it's fine. It'll be in refinement. So we're gonna need 2 oil refinery for the time being, and I'm not gonna worry too much about building a petrol boiler. I need to make sure this area is separated into its own little thing. Ah shit! We're gonna have enough room for a 3rd battery, I think. I like how we deconstructed only to reconstruct it. I mean, hey man. All right. Those areas are still being built. Give me a Stasi suit for the time being. And then this oil. Is that carbon? Nope, that's oil. It just looks kind of weird. It's fine. And then we can't sweep this, can we? No, we can. All right, never mind. If we can't sweep it, then we have to backfill it again. And then this is the hot room, so it's going to need oil too. Oh shit, man. Oh, this is a journey to say the least of things here. But for the time being, I'm just gonna produce 1 oil line. And then we're gonna have to process that petrol at some point. And then we gotta pump out all the gas in this room too. Yeah, because ultimately, this room is gonna pump most of its extra, what do you call it, thing off into these guys, and that should basically, I mean, considering how power efficient our base is, I'm pretty sure the petrol boiler, not the petrol boiler, the oil refinery should provide us with enough. Dude, these power grids are driving me insane. I guess then again, it's just the lack of resources, right? Like I definitely don't want to expand our power network any more than it has to say least of things here. We're already stressing the shit out of it. Alright, good. Alright, good. Crude oil, enable bottling, level 9. I forgot how the fuck I'm gonna route this. Yeah, because that looks too messy. I mean, due to space limitations, that's why we're doing a 4 kilowatt thing. I'm oil. I'm gonna be pumping up here, down, and then I'm petrol. I'm gonna go off from the top. And then I'm gonna replace the hydrogen boys. I'll probably move the hydrogen boys somewhere, to say the least of things, because they need to burn the excess hydrogen. But these days, we're not even producing that much excess hydrogen. I don't even see that much excess hydrogen, honestly. But they're definitely gonna need a spot for them to get burned, because this is just the way it is. Honestly, dude, I don't even think they're gonna have access from this angle. Like, I think the access from this angle is already good enough, to say the least of things. Block that, and then I'm gonna have another ventilation guy. We're gonna need a little bit of room for automation too, man. Fuck me, man. And the reason why we're doing this is, again, to provide a power backup to our primary grid. I mean, we don't really need to use what you may call it. Yeah, we don't really need to use petrol, at least a lot of petrol. So it's not gonna be like a labor intensive thing, I hope. But I definitely think, just in case just because I want to move out of coal. Nothing wrong with coal, but coal is definitely less renewable compared to oil, where, you know, like we basically consume water, but I mean, like, water consumption is like cheap for the most part, so I don't mind it, I guess. So that means the hydrogen for the time being. All right, that's the last hydrogen that we're gonna be intaking for the time being. We're gonna cut you off, and then what you may call it. Once this hydrogen clears, I'm gonna replace it with the petrol guys. Alright. First power station. Yeah, the whole point of this is actually quite simple. It's to provide us with enough power, just in case me, basically. Because at the end of the day, running out of power is gonna, it's gonna cripple us, right? So, I need to make sure that our power situation is all sorted out before we worry about the space age. I mean, we're also building. Don't get me wrong. It's not like we're completely neglecting the space age, right? Um, it's just that right now I gotta get shit built. I'm also thinking of routing out the oil because right now we have a lot of oil. Particularly just sitting doing absolutely nothing. We'll have the oil sitting there. That's fine. And the reason being is because in order for it to run continuously, I'm pretty sure it needs that oil to be in there. So it's just a matter of doing business. And actually, if you look at it, we're actually cold enough now. Damn. Okay. That's impressive, I guess. It's really impressive, actually. Okay, then let's build that out. And there's gonna be a series of batteries here. That's gotta connect into that. This is gotta feed up here. For the time being, I'm gonna link these two. Eventually, we're gonna decouple them, and this thing is gonna be responsible for, what do you call it? like 2 of these, and then we'll have another power line we be responsible for these guys. And then ultimately I also need a gas thing too. I just realized how much shit we gotta get done, man. It's honestly quite impressive if you think about it. Wait, where's the natural gas coming from? Oh shit. Whoops. I didn't mean to produce the natural gas because we haven't sucked out everything yet, but... Oh, that makes things more complicated, doesn't it? Whatever. I'm gonna need a atmosphere sensor because we're gonna be automating this. And then that little hydrogen, or yeah, I mean, it's just gonna be stuck there. There ain't there's nothing we can do about that one. All right, and then you'll be an 80-20 kind of split. And then last but not least, we gotta connect this wire into this. Okay. I think our wild level is rising again, which is very good. Trying to make a not complicated system design mission impossible. Ah, shit, I'm stupid. The reason why I say that is because we got to clear this thing out. But the most important part is that, look, it has a self-sealing vacuum now, so that's cool. One other thing is that we got to make sure the oil, the oil goes in the right place, because right now the oil is dropping into this little crater that is not the right place, obviously. Actually, holy shit, where have you been picking up oil? Yeah, don't worry about that. If above, let's say like, I don't know, 3,000. So, this petrol. Now we gotta fucking, oh my fucking god. And they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. But they're all running. First, gotta deconstruct all this shit. And then... we definitely need a hydrogen burner. It's just that the power grid as it stands can't use it. I'm gonna add it here. Ideally, I want to fit 3. It's gotta be a tight fit. Oh. Well, hopefully it injects us water in the right place. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, and then plumbing wise, the petroleum. And then oil is easy. Oil just needs water. And water is cheap. And then that's my overfill valve for people wondering. And then once that thing is back to full, then all of our excess water is going to get redirected into, you know, wherever it needs to be. What the fuck happened? We broke a pipe. No, we didn't break a pipe. See, this is what I was worried about, man. Oh my fucking god. I mean, what we can do... we're gonna have to reroute. Shit. Yeah, it's also off center, which makes it doesn't look pretty. I like how, by the way, this is supposed to be a space infrastructure episode. It turns into a goddamn big, like, infrastructure for everything kind of episode. Oh yeah. I mean, this is just how it is, man. Like, at the end of the day, you're gonna try to do one thing, but then, you know, fucking logistics hits you with like, oh, well, happy we ran out of power, huh? And then you're like, yeah, you're right. We should probably do something about that before that happens. And that's gonna happen, which is why like we're going through such extensive works here. Another thing is that we're gonna have to suck out all the goddamn gas in this environment and then refill it too. Well, I don't really care about this gas, is the thing. We need to authentic this somewhere. I mean, our base is basically constantly consuming power, so like I just don't see a situation. Yeah, I'm gonna run that hydrogen access generator 24/7. Because at the end of the day, hydrogen buildup is not good. And we're consuming a shit ton of power. So kinda makes it kinda easy. Son of a bitch, are you serious? Oh wait, actually no. Yeah, we might be bricked up. Alright, we're getting rid of the legacy line for the time being. But I don't confuse myself. We'll keep the bottom pipes. I promise you, this is gonna be critical infrastructure for the space age, okay? Because making sure that our power line is all set and ready to go is gonna be very mission critical in the grand scheme of things. What? I'm telling you, this is gonna be mission critical, man. Probably not as mission critical as. I mean, it's we technically did work it a little bit, okay? Technically, this is the real like infrastructure that I was gonna set up for the space age. Space age. I just I got sidetracked as one would do. We had the thought. I mean, it's there, okay? It's just getting built right now. Probably one of the biggest expansion in terms of just infrastructure. I mean, I was gonna do what you may call it. I was gonna focus on building this thing first, but we were running out of natural gas, and that's very bad for business. So, what do you call it? Instead of worrying about building that, I had to set up a petroleum refinery, just to make sure that we don't run out of power and then die. It is with this game, man. You know, you're like, okay, I'm gonna do X today, and then game's like, are you sure about that? And then it's just like, okay, fuck me, I guess. Well, once we build it, we can forget about it, because the dupes will take care of all the manual stuff. And then, what you may call it, I can resume, you know, back our space journey. Mother worker. Alright, you will feed into you. Disconnect you. Bridge me. I'm running out of that thing too. I'm running out of everything, man. Holy. Okay. So, this thing will dictate these things just to make sure that we always have like a certain amount of like petroleum in our system without having to produce petroleum 24/7. We'll make a petrol boiler. That shit's gonna be too complicated. And also it's gonna take like 10 streams basically. So I'm just gonna do it manually. Just to save us time. Because wait, what are we making this thing out of? Copper ore? Yeah, that's fine. Oh my god. Bruh. Bruh. I swear to God. we always forget about something, and it drives me insane. But yeah, I mean, our colony is pretty much endgame at this point. I mean, the only thing that... Alright, how much you want to bet the glove? Oh, wow. Socks. Wow. I mean, that's my first socks that I ever got, so... You know, I guess that's a step up. Besides gloves, but... I feel like it's a scam, man. It do be kind of feeling like a scam. And we gotta clean this shit up too. Holy shit, man. Ah! Space is driving me crazy. We have a rocket ship built, but we have like a 10 billion debris in the way right now, so. Oh my god. I guess then again, I'm really just using this to distract myself from the real problem. Which is, what do you call it? Space is complicated, okay? I don't want... Every time I look at space, my brain hurts a little bit. I don't think that's normal, man. Don't worry about it. Which is why I am working on the power network, because the power network, I mean, we should really stop working on the power network due to the fact that it is consuming all of my metals. I have no more metals. I must scream now. Ree! That's okay. Right now there's a lot of strain on the system, so what should we call it? Eventually there's only gonna be just one guy. The one guy. The one guy. The one guy exists. All right, so this thing is gonna have to pump into this system. This system eventually is gonna pump into this system, and then oh, sorry, fuck. Well, whatever. Okay, and then that's gonna set up all of our natural gas. You know, we get natural gas via this guy, and then we're gonna get natural gas via this guy, and then what the fuck? Somebody's actually using this shit? What the heck? Eh, whatever. I mean, you know. I mean, we should probably not consume. It's nice to have, I guess. Alright, this thing should clear relatively quickly. But yeah, we're using what do you call it? A simple little oil here to water block any gas from getting in and out. Oh yeah, this system's hot. This system's hot, yo! Are we still bricked up? Bruh. Oh, wait, I'm stupid. We cleared the wrong one. I was like, how come we're still bricked up, man? And then it turns out, well, it's because you clear out the wrong water. Ah, you know what? That makes sense. Yeah, that would explain why we're bricked up. And then, I'm actually gonna kill coal power. Coal. It's been a long day. But I gotta kill you, my friend. Because now we can rely solely on natural gas, and then these petrol guys, like, motherfucker, they produce like 2,000 energy. So, in the grand scheme of things, they're pretty good. Really? Really, you son of a bitch? Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're gonna tap that power, okay? Ah, there's just so much shit that needs to get done. Oh my god, my head hurts. Shipping automation. All right, so I want you to kick in first, because you're gonna be my first line of defense. But I don't want to kick you in second, and then I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm gonna have a kick in first, but he's only gonna burn like. All right, Cole. Cole is getting shut off permanently. Yeah. These things are gonna kick in at 80-30. No, 80-20. And then this thing is gonna be in 80-30. So the petrol, the only time it's gonna be the primary energy for now. Alright, good shit. Okay, and then that thing's gonna suck up the thing, and then it's gonna get backfilled by the other thing. Mimi, Yu. Okay. Okay. It only took 9,000 years, but we done it. We now have our first source of oil production. Actually, now that I look about it, motherfucker, there's a line of thing in it. Oh my god. Okay. That's not good. Well, you could say that one again, Chief. I want to be at least 3,000, if above 3,000. Are you serious? Yep. Okay. How are we gonna do this? Well, first of all, I mean, ultimately, we want to make sure that it can fit an oil well in here. That doesn't feel right. um, Oil comes down, down, down. I think we need to extend by one? How the fuck do we do this? Am I dumb? Go answer that question. It's a two-step process. Seems like a lot of room, though. For the moment that thing comes, we drop by one level. And then... I don't know, the thing that... It has to be mirrored, right? Up like that. I'm a liquid. I'm gonna drop, drop, drop. But how come this looks raw? It looks raw probably because it's the inverse. Damn, these guys are stressing out my power grid, bro. Okay. And then for liquid plumbing, we just gotta make sure that the water can get down there successfully, and we are Gucci. And the only time people will need to go down here is to either like unclog the pipes or something like that. I'm the ladder. Or if they're looking for something. This is gold, right? Yeah, it's gold. Okay. I mean, power infrastructure was definitely something that I didn't thought we were going to get into, but what it is. It's something that you're gonna have to get done either way. So I guess I'm glad that we get it done now rather than later. And then looks like our access water supply is also kicking in too, which is very nice just because I felt like we were not generating a lot of access. So as you can probably tell with our power network or water network, every water we produce, or at least, you know, most of the water that we produce actually goes into the network itself. And then any excess is going to get backed up there. And then eventually, once we produce enough water, excess water, that water then will get extracted and then fed up north to our other grid. But depending on how much excess water we have, you know, we're gonna have to adjust accordingly. And then you oil boils, I guess, you know, let's drop you off over here. Okay. This guy is gonna be responsible for these things. And then this guy, I mean, it's gonna make our power grid a little bit more complicated, but it's whatever, man. Oh. I mean, our power grid was already complicated to begin with, you know? Now the top one is gonna be responsible for these oil well, and then these what you may call it, the gas sucker, and then the second one was gonna be responsible for the transit tubes, and then there's gonna be multiple of them that they're gonna add up over time, depending on how much well we want to have in production at a time. Our travel time is still like pretty fucking high. I don't understand. We added so much infrastructure. Yeah, our travel time is still this high. I don't understand. How's that possible, brother? The least complicated power network design. Ah, son of a bitch. Look at that, guys. We now have natural gas. Oh my fucking god. This thing needs to be out of steel. Okay. How are we doing? I am fucking cooked right now. But I think we are ready to cook. So I'm gonna let the oil level rise a little bit just because right now the oil doesn't look that healthy before we switch over to the petroleum based power. But for the time being, these guys can connect into those guys. And yeah, I mean our first petroleum processor is up. and ready to go. And then eventually, once I get this thing to the top layer, I'm gonna try to skim off the what you may call it, the liquid salt water. Oh wait, I'm stupid. God, so much fucking work to do, man. Okay. How much oil do you guys produce per second? 3,000 grams. How much do you consume? You consume 10,000 grams. How much do you guys consume? You consume 2,000 grams. So 2 of these guys should be more than sufficient to operate, you know, a couple of you guys. And this is just to reduce the strain, right? Because right now there's a lot of strain that is happening. So the main goal here is to see if we can reduce the strain on our power network. And then also the main goal is to see if we can extract this fucking thing, man. I'm a little bit concerned. Remember when I said our base was very power efficient? I gotta clean. I mean, we could also do some basic cleaning. All right, well, I mean, it's gonna start skimming like the top of that salt water. And then this thing is gonna be like a, what you may call it. This thing is gonna be at 80, 60, so that we always have some oil on hand. Um, Okay. Okay, so now we only got a couple. We caught a brine that we need to clean up. I want to kick this oil into overdrive production, man. What's the temperature like these days? Oh yeah, it's generally a lot of heat. Okay. Okay, so this should stop running, you little shit. God fucking damn it. This tiny little piece of salt is really being a piece right now. Actually, no, this thing is producing like 6 kilograms, right? 6 kilograms of oil, and then these guys consume about 6 kilograms basically. So I think 2 of these guys should be enough to supply us with enough oil. We should be seeing an increase on our liquid reservoir. We should. Oh, right now I'm having people waste a little bit of labor because we're hunting down the fucking whatchamacallit. The salt water. Ah, 1 suck is only enough for 1. So we need 2 suck. But I can't fit 2 suck. Ah, whatever, man. Okay. Yeah, the only way we could fit 2 suck is if we had multiple oil thing insert itself in. But we now have petroleum production, which, you know, hopefully that's going to relieve the stress off of our, what you may call it, out of our, natural gas. Yes. That's going to definitely relieve the pressure off of natural gas, just because now we have like another backup power source that is even, you know, more power than our coal, and definitely much more sustainable, to say the least of things. Yeah, 2 kilowatts compared to, you know, 600. So these guys will only kick in if our power source ever fails, and that pretty much solves most of my issues, just because at the end of the day we don't want our power source to fail, right? So nice. I mean, we're gonna have to unconstruct some of these lines once we're done with it, but for the time being, I'm just gonna make these lines. I mean, we're building it, okay? It's taking a little bit, to say the least of things, but things are getting built. It's just a matter of timing. Really should have a better refuge for you guys, but I don't. But now only pure carbon gets flown down here. That carbon then gets extracted. Actually, what do you melt? 150. How much do you output? I don't even know. I feel like it's gonna. We might have to do some coolant lines in here just to prevent the plastic from melting. It might be too hot. Son of a bitch. That means we're gonna have to breach this later, though. Yes, that does. It's the price that we must pay. I mean, it's still backfilling, so that's good. Okay, I think it's safe to call it for today. Obviously, I didn't get to work on the space infrastructure as much as I wanted, to say the least of things. But, you know, it's not like we didn't work on it. The infrastructure is still getting built. The top part is done, so now it's the middle part, and then we gotta mine all that stuff. But at least now I can safely say that our power network or our power grid is safe. So that just ensures us, you know, that we have a level fallback, right? Because at the end of the day, what you may call it, without the petroleum to generate the power that we need, it can get really bad really quickly, to say the least of things. Just because, you know, that means we keep being dependent on our coal production. Our coal is like our final failsafe, basically. If our power ever tanked below 0 and then, you know, stays below 0, what do you call it? The coal will kick in and start generating power for us. So it's not a bad failsafe, to say the least of things. But yeah, for now though, our primary power source is gonna be natural gas, and it's gonna be petroleum. And yeah, we'll call it here, and just, you know, hopefully we fix everything by next stream. We'll see. But for now, though, I'd like to thank everyone watching. My name has been Hunter OG. If I not see you next time for some more auction not included, then just have a good day, night, morning, afternoon, or wherever you are. Just be safe, and we'll catch everybody later. On that,